In this video, we are still rocking out the kind of autumnal and winter kind of flavours. This video is all about maple spice from Monin. You could use maple syrup, of course you could, in a lot of these recipes. But of course, the maple spice has just got those sort of spice notes to it as well, which is perfect for this time of year. Recipe-wise, well, you can see we've kind of got a julep going on there with a fun twist. I've got some spiced rum, so whiskey essentially. I've got some spiced rum in there with one of my favourite liqueurs, Licor 43, so vanilla. And then this one at the end is kind of like a maple with an orange twist, tequila based. It's a margarita essentially, but gorgeous. In the comments below, let me know what your go-to maple cocktails would be. Obviously we've got maple old fashions and maple sours and things like that, but what other spirits would you kind of put maple with? Obviously I've used a rum, tequila and whiskey, but what else? What other maple recipes have you got? Let us know in the comments below. So for the first cocktail, I'm going for a gorgeous maple and vanilla daiquiri, but I'm going to serve it over ice in a rocks glass. So ingredients for this, we've got a Monin Maple Spice Syrup, absolutely love it. Spiced rum, it's just, you've seen me by now, you know, it's just an easy go-to, accessible spiced rum. It does the job very well, DMF there. So vanilla forward, hints of lime in there, a little bit of spices, tiny bit of like the Cornish sherry thing going on, the ice cream. It's kind of nice, really, really good. Licor 43, I love it. 43 herbs and spices, overriding flavour is vanilla. So hence we've got overpowering sort of vanilla notes there to go alongside the rum. It should be cool. And then we've got a bit of lime. So then shaken cocktail. So we get a cocktail shaker. As it's there, let's start off with that. We're going for the Monin syrup, sugar syrup. So it's the maple spice flavour. And we're going for 15 ml, half an ounce, 1.5. And already the aromas of the sort of maple just come and just hit you. It's such a gorgeous flavour, especially this time of year. Right, second ingredient, we are going for our spiced rum DMF, and I'm actually going for 50 ml double bubble. You could bring this down to 45 ml if you're US, but 50 ml double bubble for UK. Then we're going for our Licor 43, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's one of those spirits, bottles, liqueurs, whatever you want to call it. It's one of those that I think every house should have because it's so universal. It's a great, great flavour. Just works with every kind of spirit category. Whiskey, rum, brandy, even gin to a certain extent, vodka. It just works. Tequila, honestly, it's just so universal. So for this, it smells so good. For this, we're going for 15 ml, half an ounce. And then the final ingredient is our lime. I've left that up there just for aesthetics. That's a posh word for you. So I'm just going to use that. I'm going to use the juice of a whole lime because I know roughly, give or take, it's going to be about 15 to 20 ml. It's not going to be less than that because they're juicy, but it's certainly not going to be sort of 25, 30 ml. All right. So the juice of a whole lime. And we go for the second half. Then all we need to do is just ice down and shake. So plenty of ice and a good, hard, fast power shake. Right, that is nice and cold. Let's put that over there. Rocks glass, I'm going to serve this up with. You can do a whole shake and dump if you want, but I'm just going for some fresh ice. And then I'm just going to simply single strain. Top up with another couple of cubes if you want. And then to garnish, as I've got plenty of fun stuff here today. I'm having a big filming session today. Also I've done, I don't know if you can see this, I've turned the lime husk, whatever you want to call it, inside out from what I've squeezed. So you kind of got that. And I'm just going to float a little raspberry in top there. And that is an absolute stunner. The maple really comes forward. It works exceptionally well with the spiced rum. The Licor 43 is there. It is perfect. Absolutely gorgeous. I guarantee it. Friends, family, customers in your pub and bar, they're going to absolutely love that. Now for cocktail number 2, I'm going to do a maple and raspberry julep. Now, the obvious whiskey cocktail to do with this might have been the old fashioned, like a maple old fashioned. We could have done a maple whiskey sour as well, but I kind of love juleps. It's like there's no sort of citrus to them. They are kind of just sweetness, which is obviously the maple. We've got a whiskey kind of drink there. You could use any of the other Jack Daniel's flavours as well in there. Like apple would have worked really well. Cinnamon, honey would have been a good one, but we're just going for plain Jack Daniel's. Daniels. I've got 5 raspberries and then mint. I've got about 8 mint leaves and then a couple of sprigs to garnish. Now, traditionally, this will get made straight in a glass, and we kind of use a julep cup by tradition. You could, I have also got that ready as well. You could use something like that. But I think because this is a crushed ice cocktail, and I think you do have to use crushed ice for this to get the proper effect and the proper taste and dilution. I think we love the kind of frostiness that will come because of all that crushed ice from there. So, julep cup, we take our 5 raspberries, 5 nice juicy raspberries, and just pop them in. Next ingredient we want is our maple spiced syrup. So again, 15 ml. You can add a little bit more if you want to. Traditionally, you probably wouldn't even add as much of that, but when I do fun flavors with cocktails, kind of riffing them up, I do like to add a little bit more to get the extra flavor in there. So I'm going for 15 ml, half an ounce. Now we just want to kind of press the raspberries down. You could use a muddler, it's over there. I've got this because I've been filming along today. So I've just got the flat end of a bar spoon. I'm just going to press the raspberries down just to kind of get them kind of make a nice little puree if you like. So just press them in. And that just looks like a proper lovely kind of raspberry jam. Hopefully the close-up will see that down there. And again, the smells are absolutely gorgeous. So next ingredient we want is our mint leaves. Let's just get them all there. And I kind of, as I normally do, you know, I do think the Americans kind of, because obviously it's a big US cocktail, the julep. But I think they will kind of press that down. And so I just do exactly the same as I do with the mojitos. Mint leaves, palm your hand, 8 to 10 mint leaves, spank the mint, and then just pop them in. That will obviously awake the aromas, and you'll just get that lovely kind of minty, fresh flavours coming through your drink. Then the final ingredient is obviously our whiskey. As I said at the top, you know, the other Jack Daniels flavours would work a treat here. Any other brand as well, Jim Beam, Crown Royale if you're over in Canada and America. But I'm actually going for 50 ml, but feel free to up it to 60 ml, 2 ounces if you want. And that's essentially it. We have got some crushed ice now. So, and I do think this is vitally important for this cocktail. Fill it up with crushed ice, not cubes, because you want the effect, you want the frostiness, but you also need that dilution that crushed ice will give you that cubed ice won't. So plenty of crushed ice. And then we're just gonna, as the spoon's still in there, we're just gonna kind of churn that up, bring the kind of mints and the raspberries and all that goodness to the top, and get the sort of ice worked in there as well. And can you see what I mean about the frostiness of the julep cup? I think that's exactly what you need. So I'm just gonna top this up with even more crushed ice. And then to garnish, I've got a couple of raspberries, and I'm just going to use these couple of little sprigs of mint again, just to kind of give you a nice, even more minty, fresh aroma. And that is gorgeous. I love that, absolutely love that. The whiskey is there. The maple obviously works really, really well with whiskey. You've got the raspberry notes coming through there. You've got the mint, the fresh kind of mint. It's a gorgeous drink. Absolutely lovely. I promise you, try that. You won't be disappointed. Now then, for the third maple cocktail, I'm going for kind of a margarita, so a maple margarita. Now, you could serve this up Tommy style, as this has got a sweetness in it, and Tommy style would be something like that, rocks glass over ice. But as I've already got 3 short drinks, I thought, for the thumbnail at least, let's serve it up in a coupe glass. But you can, I don't really like sombrero glasses, margarita glasses. Feel free to use one of those, but I'm going for a coupe glass, but you could serve it up like that in a rocks glass over ice. Ingredients wise, we've got our maple spice syrup. I've got a tequila that's just come off the back bar there. Tiempo, the guys that we ran the competition with last month, a couple of months ago, whenever you watch this. An orange liqueur of choice. We've got Cointreau here. I've got some freshly squeezed lemon juice that I've just done. And I've got some orange juice from our favourite guys just over the road. Good orange juice. If you want to use freshly squeezed, that's virtually identical stuff. So just use freshly squeezed, but a decent orange juice. So again, this is a shaken cocktail. So we'll go with that first, as it's right there. So we've got a maple spice syrup, and we're going for 15 ml, half an ounce. Then we're going for our tequila. Blanco or Reposado tequila, doesn't really matter. I think Reposado is going to give you a more rounded flavour with the old tequila, with the old maple, but it's up to you. So this is a Reposado tequila. I'm going for 45ml, so 1 3/4 ounces. So 1.5 ounces, sorry. And then we want our orange liqueur, Cointreau, Grand Marnier, Pierre Ferrand dry orange curacao, what I use at home, Fortunella, Mandarin Napoleon, whatever floats your boat. But we want an orange liqueur, and we're going for 15ml, half an ounce. And I thought it'd be fun to kind of split the citrus on this. So instead of 30ml, like 1 ounce of lime juice, I'm just going for 15ml, 1.5. And then for my other bit of citrus is obviously the orange juice here from our friends over the road there. So I'm just going for, same again, 15ml, half an ounce of orange juice. And then now all we want to do is just shake down, ice up and shake down. So plenty of ice. And then it's just power shake time for 10 to 12 seconds. Right then, when that's nice and cold, so you can't hold it anymore. I've just had another coupe glass. I haven't used this one before. I think it's a Hayworth coupe glass. It's just been chilling down on the side there. Get rid of that ice. So we've got a nice chilled coupe glass, and we just want to double strain, okay? As I say, could serve it up over ice, not a drama, but I'm going to double strain. And then just to garnish, I've got kind of a lime wedge where I've just cut the flesh out, put a little slit in there, and then we'll just pop that over the top like that. Or if you didn't want to be that fancy, just get a lime wedge and just pop that on the side there, whatever. And that is amazing. That is quite possibly one of the best margaritas I've ever made. Orange and the maple goes beautifully together. And obviously you've got those tequila notes. I will say it's not actually massively strong, so you could up the tequila in there, but that is good. I love that whole sort of tequila, maple and orange flavour. That is amazing. So there we go, gang. There's 3 awesome cocktails you can make up this autumn, winter with maple spice syrup from Monin. Look, see what I mean about the crushed ice and the frosting on the Julep glass? They work a treat. Let me know in the comments which one is your favourite. I can't pick them up. I love all 3. They're so good. Really great for a party or to put on your menus. Really good. So in the next video, popping up on screen right there, will be even more cocktail recipes to help you through the autumn and the party season.